I'm Marjorie.
And today we're going to show you how to make scrambled tofu and scrambled eggs. I'm going to use soy margarine in mine. I'm using Earth Balance. It's really good. You can just pick this up at your local health food store or Whole Foods.
And I'm just using regular butter.
So we're just going to go ahead and put those in the pan. And as your margarine melts, you want it to get all around the pan. And we're adding all the goodies into this omelet today. We're going to have green peppers, red peppers, onions, and so what you're going to do is first you want to add the green peppers and the red peppers because they're harder and they take a little bit longer to get softer in the pan.
And all we did was chop up about 1/4 cup and dice real, not too fine, but just good enough to give it a nice crunch. And just sauteing, isn't that pretty? It's like Christmas. We're red and green.
Okay? And then to that we're going to add onions. And the key for your onions is you want to add them to the pan, and when they become translucent, that's when you can see through them, is when you want to go ahead and we're going to add garlic and tomatoes next. So, now as Marjorie stirs up her eggs, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a cup of soy milk. I usually use silk soy milk. I like silk. It comes in a lot of different flavors. I use original. This is great stuff. And I'm going to put about 1/4 cup of silk soy milk original. Make sure when you're making scrambled tofu that you use original soy milk because the vanilla does give it a sweeter flavor.
That's good. And I put about 7 eggs in here already. I'm just going to add one more. You're going to practice this little trick here. One crack, one hand. That's when you know you've got the egg thing down pat.
She has the egg thing down.
I do.
But I have the tofu thing down.
Let's see what you do with the
tofu.
tofu.
You just hand me that grater over there?
Sure.
And I'm going to show you all what to do with tofu. I know you're wondering how in the world you make tofu taste like eggs. Okay. So what you want to get is a block of organic tofu. This is usually what it looks like. I already opened my package. Here's what a piece of the tofu looks like. It's very soft and palatable. Okay? And you can just break it off, and it actually has no texture, so whatever consistency or taste that you desire to make your tofu, you can definitely do it. We make barbecue tofu, we make sweet and sour tofu, you can make curry tofu.
And you'll get those recipes on a future episode.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the tofu and we're going to use the side of the grater that looks like this, and we're going to begin to grate. And just grate the tofu into the pan. Now, if you don't have a grater, let's just say you're just in a rush, or you're making it really quickly, you can always just crumble the tofu up with your hand. That's the rest of our tofu, all grated up. Okay, and the good thing about this is that you can do eggs and tofu in the same amount of time, because tofu is so soft and so palatable. Tofu is so soft that it really, if you want your eggs, your tofu, scrambled tofu, kind of runny, you want to turn that heat down and let them get soft. If you want a little firmer, then you can just turn the heat up and let them cook a little bit faster.
So basically, whichever way you like your eggs, make your tofu the same way.
Now, here's the secret ingredient.
It smells great.
There's one noticeable difference. If you hold your pan, hers is yellow, and now mine is of course white because tofu has no color or no texture.
And of course you know that we need color with our food. Color is very important. If a food doesn't have the right texture, the right color, it throws off the taste. So we want to make it the right color that we're used to.
Here's the trick. Add a little turmeric. Turmeric is an Indian spice, and it is the spice that actually makes mustard yellow. Because as you see,
it's starting to get
very yellow.
About how much did you add?
I actually added about 1/4 teaspoon. So very little goes a long way with turmeric. Oh my gosh, this looks so great. I can't wait to eat it.
It smells delicious.
Okay. Now, here's the next trick. When you're cooking, a lot of people don't know is that you should almost wait until your food is almost done to add your seasoning. So we're going to go ahead and add some garlic powder.
And we just add just a little bit, it's just brings out the flavor. It's
pinch of salt.
and we're using not just regular salt, but we're using Morton's.
I always stick with sea salt.
Okay. Can you pass me the pepper?
Sure. So, as she's adding the pepper, she's going to add the pepper to the eggs and to the scrambled tofu, okay? And I'm going to use tamari in our scrambled tofu. And all this does is because tofu doesn't have that much flavor, it just gives your scrambled tofu a little extra flavor. So, the brand that I always trust and use is Sanjay, and I added a little less than 1/4 of a cup of Sanjay organic soyu, which is tamari. Good stuff. Always good to have tamari in your kitchen.
All right.
And it looks like we're done.
Yeah.
This is amazing. I love it.
Smells great. All right. And the nice thing is you want to clean as you go, because when you're done, you want to sit down and enjoy your food. And if you clean as you're cooking, you won't have that big mess if you turn around and go, oh my goodness, what happened?
So if you cook with your sister, like I do, one person can clean, that's her, and the other person can cook.